What's up guys, it's your boy Endymion, and today I want to talk about the black sheep of the Mass Effect franchise, a game vilified, clowned on, and said by many to be an unworthy and bad addition to the Mass Effect name. Well, I've spent around 43-ish hours so far going back through. I have once again brought every planet to 100% viability, and I'm chasing the Platinum Trophy, which I'm confident I'll be able to get. So, how has my time been a second time through 4 years since the launch? How is Mass Effect Andromeda in 2021? It's actually a lot better than you might think. Andromeda was a game that had, in my opinion, everything held against it. From bad management from studio higher-ups, working with a Frostbite engine again, and not having the veteran BioWare team that made the trilogy, but instead a younger, less experienced team instead. It's safe to say Andromeda had a lot going against it. I'll be honest up front, Andromeda is still not an amazing game. Its story and characters are not as good as the original trilogy, its main villain, the Archon, is basically Saren 2.0, and the majority of Andromeda's plot, if you take it set piece by set piece, is very similar to the storyline structure of the original Mass Effect. I won't delve into the story here too much because I'm sure there are fans of Mass Effect who avoided this game or haven't completed it due to launch day bugs or issues, so don't worry about spoilers. But with the evidence of Mass Effect's future and the director of the next game, Michael Gamble, straight up hinting that Andromeda will be very crucial to the future of Mass Effect's world building, I had to play it again. And in the 40 or so hours I've sunk into it again, fellas, I even like it more now. I know, that dislike button is gonna get shredded, won't it? Hear me out first. To get the ugly parts out first, yes, the game doesn't run amazingly or have the best textures, and it's still to this day on PlayStation at least, suffering from visual glitches and stiff animations at times. But playing Andromeda post-Legendary Edition has had me in a different mindset than before. Being able to actually compare what had come before to what the future ended up being has been eye-opening and really interesting. For starters, we have the main hero, Ryder. Pretty much everyone thinks Ryder isn't as cool as Shepard, and I agree. However, it's very apparent from this replay I did that was never BioWare's intention with Ryder. Commander Shepard was an N7, an elite operative even before the beginning of the original game. Ryder is the son or daughter of an N7 operative, and through circumstances has the great responsibility and burden of becoming humanity's spear and first contact agent in the Andromeda galaxy. Ryder becomes a Pathfinder, and it's clear that Ryder was never meant to be seen or designed to be this super badass soldier. If the original trilogy's themes were war, genocide, and chaos, all things Shepard deals with in every game to varying degrees, then Ryder is in some ways opposite. Andromeda is about discovery, science, and exploration. Ryder isn't a hard, gruff soldier burdened with stopping a galaxy-wide genocide, but an explorer, tasked with finding a home for humanity. And I think that's a good and important distinction between Ryder and Shepard. And when replaying Andromeda, I can say with certainty that its opening hours are not the best. In fact, I would say the opening maybe 3 hours is the worst part of the entire game. But once I was around level 20-ish, with more options from both weapons, vehicle upgrades, and customization options, the game gets way more enjoyable and interesting to play. Ultimately, Andromeda feels like, in many ways, what BioWare wanted the original Mass Effect game to be like. After replaying the original Mass Effect, you start to notice and realize how a lot of the side content in that game has similar looking levels with the same space hubs and stations with almost identical layouts. Andromeda feels like a logical evolution of that exploration back in the original game. Mass Effect 2 and 3, while both amazing games that I love, they are very linear with level design, never really deviating much from hallway to corridor as you get behind cover and shoot things to death before going down another hallway to shoot even more things into non-existence. But in Andromeda, there's exploration, like actual planets, and it's very similar to the gameplay designs of BioWare's previous game before Andromeda released, which was Dragon Age Inquisition. In both Inquisition and Andromeda, you go to a new land or planet in Andromeda's case, and you slowly but methodically explore as you find settlements, quests, people to help, creatures to fight, items to obtain, character banner fills the air as you explore the varied locations of both games. Both games even have similar mini-games, with Inquisition having you send convoys on missions to forge alliances or find materials, whereas in Andromeda it's kind of the same thing with Apex missions, where you send Apex operative groups to solve problems, and after a set time has passed, they come back with rewards for you to use and strengthen your overall standing in the game. There's a lot of Andromeda's systems-wise that I really like. The AVP system, with picking new perks to obtain, again very similar to Inquisition, to the Apex missions, and the expanded toolbox at your disposal as a player to use in combat, is great. Andromeda's biggest strength is probably its gameplay, customization, and exploration for sure. In the original trilogy, you are pigeonholed from the beginning into a set role: soldier, adept, vanguard, whatever. In Andromeda, you have access to all 3 sets of skills and can freely choose what abilities you want from which skill tree. And then based on how many skill points you put into these skill trees, you unlock new profiles. And it's simple. The more points you put into combat skills, the more powerful the profile for soldier becomes. Your weapon damage goes up, accuracy with guns, damage resistance, you get the idea. And then you can set these profiles to different slots so you can freely switch between them in combat, so you're not pigeonholed at all. And in the original trilogy, you're capped at around level 30 in Mass Effect 2. In Mass Effect 1, you can still go to level 60 or use the legendary level system version, which sets it to level 30 now, and Mass Effect 3 is level 60 as well, although if you load a character from Mass Effect 2 into 3, you start at around level 30 anyway, so really you're just given 30 levels of progress from the beginning in Mass Effect 3. In Andromeda, the max level is roughly around 132. Yeah, that's a lot of level ups, and you probably won't even hit 100 by the time you do everything in the game. I'm currently level 45, and my Ryder is combat focused, and now that I have all my skills the way I want, I've dabbled into tech, a bit into biotics, to create varying playstyles I can swap between on the fly. Basically what I'm trying to say is, having revisited Andromeda, it's not nearly as bad or boring or dumb as people make it out to be 4 years ago. It's a good game. Is it better than the trilogy? In terms of stories and characters, no. But in terms of gameplay, exploration, and customization of your main character, it absolutely blows the trilogy out of the water. So you can take this video as a sort of review, but really this video exists to show the lapsed and skeptical players out there that if you can, I say give Andromeda another chance. These days the game is relatively cheap too, going for like $20 physical, and if you really can't bother to pick it up physically like I did, you can just subscribe to EA Play on whatever system platform you use. It's like $5 a month. You can easily subscribe for 1 month, download Andromeda to your system, beat the whole game, and cancel your subscription. Boom, you just played Andromeda for the price of like a burger at McDonald's. Give Andromeda another chance. And like I said, with the apparent confirmations and subtle hints that Andromeda's overarching lore and such will be very important to Mass Effect's future, if you're a Mass Effect fan who hasn't played Andromeda, I think you should give it a chance. So have you played Andromeda? What did you think of it? I'm curious to see what people think 4 years removed from all the launch problems and whatnot. Andromeda is not a bad game. It's a solid action RPG with a ton of content. It may not reach the heights of Mass Effect 2 with its story or characters, but if you're looking for a fun, third-person shooter with lots of toys to play with, you'll be pleasantly surprised. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Endymion. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one. And here's to Andromeda, the black sheep of the series. Give it a chance. See ya.